Hey guys, we're here with the Appendicular Skeleton. So we're gonna do the femur and then our friends, the tibia, the fibula, and the tarsal bones. Okay, so let's start with the femur. So you can see the femur articulates with the coxal bone. Where does it do it? It goes right into the acetabulum that you see here. Yeah, just like how the humerus had a head that went into the glenoid cavity of the scapula, your femur has a big head that goes into an acetabulum of the coxal bone. So you can see the head, it's pretty easy to see. The head, the neck, is this portion. And then we have this big projection. So that's the greater trochanter. As you come down, you'll see the lesser trochanter. So let me show you a little bit better up here. So the head, the neck, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. Something else is this feature right here. It looks like a little hole. That's the Fovea Capitis. You have little ligaments that attach here that help hold your hip in place, right? So your leg just doesn't fall off. What else do we have? So if we move down distally, we're going to see our epicondyles once again, right, upon the condyle. So epicondyles, so this one, medial, because remember my head always faces inwards towards my hip, right? So it's like having a hip bone here. That's one way to figure out if you have right or left, right? Because this would be turned around, so it couldn't be my left, it would be backwards that way. Okay, so it's got to be my right. So head, Fovea Capitis, neck, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. And then as you come down, we're going to see epicondyles. So this has got to be the medial because it's facing the midline. This is the lateral epicondyle. And then the condyles, they're pretty big. You can see them here. So they're medial and lateral condyles. You also have the patellar surface where the patella goes, right? The patella is the kneecap. So if I pop this guy up here, right, you can see the kneecap being attached to the patellar surface right here. Okay. So if we move down from here, what attaches here is the tibia, okay? I always know the tibia because I think the tibia looks like the letter T. See how it comes out at the top? I think it looks like the letter T. And so you can see it articulates with the femur with these condyles here, right? So that makes sense that the tibia then has condyles. So it has medial and lateral condyles. And then as we come downwards, you'll see a little pointy part. So let's look on him here. So let's look where this articulation is, right? So you see the condyles of the femur, the condyles of the tibia, and then as you come down, do you see this little pointy part that comes out here? That is called the medial malleolus, okay? So that's like the pointy part if you look down your ankle. You'll notice you have another pointy part. So that's the lateral malleolus, but it's part of the fibula, okay? So they don't each have one. They just have a medial on the tibia and a lateral on the fibula. So the fibula is this little skinny guy. You can see he doesn't necessarily form a part of the knee joint. He's kind of located more laterally to the side. But I always remember him. He's a super skinny bone. He doesn't look like any of the other ones, and he looks like the string for a fiddle. So it's the fibula, okay? He has a head. And then he has the lateral malleolus, okay? So medial, lateral. And those are really the only features until we get down into the tarsal bones. So remember we had carpal bones in your wrists. You have tarsal bones in your feet, okay? And so this big one that forms your heel, that's the calcaneus, okay? So that's the big one. And then you have this one that it articulates with the tibia, this big one here. Sorry, I can't bend him very well. Oh, there we go. So this big one here that articulates with the tibia, that's the talus. I think of it as being like a talon. So that's the talus. This one looks kind of like a little rowboat. So I think of a navy boat. He's the navicular. This one, the cuboid, looks like a little cube, okay? And then we have three in a row that look just like each other. Those are the cuneiforms. So you have a medial, an intermediate, and a lateral cuneiform. And then once again, just like in your wrist, how you had your metacarpals, these are metatarsals, okay? And then once again, you have little phalanges. Let's get these guys close up. So you have little phalanges. So you still have proximal, middle, and distal. And just like in your thumb, your big toe just has a proximal and a distal, no middle. right, so that covers the lower appendicular skeleton, and I think we're all set.